Hi, you're watching The Tattooed Psychic. I am The Tattooed Psychic, and I'm having, again, technical difficulties with my camera. I swear to God, I was laughing with Spirit today going, you want me to make these videos, you want me to do this stuff, but me and technology are like this. I cannot figure it out. My daughter can come in here, pushes a few buttons, everything's flowing, no problem. I do it, and it just fumbles. And this is something that me and my son have, and this is a fact. We can't figure it out, and maybe some of you have this as well. We will go somewhere like a bank, a store, to go pay a bill or something, and the system will go down, and they'll go, oh my God, I've never seen this happen. This has never happened before. You don't know how many times me and my son hear that. It will just, their system just goes haywire. And I'm thinking maybe we operate on a different energy level. And so it tweaks things out. I don't know, light bulbs explode, things like that. And so me and technology, I try really hard to, I see these YouTube videos and they're so professional. Mine are just me and my, waking up going, oh, Spirit has messages, and my lighting is off. But, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding all of this. I couldn't figure out my microphone today or my camera. So I said, you know what? I'll just use my desktop and we'll roll with it, because the message is the message no matter how you get it out. So that's what's going on with me. What a beautiful time we're having here in the Northwest. And we finally got some sunshine, and I have realized how important sun is to my spirit and my well-being. And I understand why older people move to the sunnier states, definitely, because sun is so important, and it just feels good in the Northwest right now. And so, yeah, but there are still energies happening and downloads happening for people, and life changes, and life is still going on. So we're going to see what Spirit has to say this morning. And again, thanks for listening to The Tattooed Psychic. It does not matter when you hear this reading. They are timeless. Whatever resonates with you, take. And if not, it's okay. It's okay. And let's see. I got my cards. And so what I've been feeling is, we're always fighting self-sabotage as we grow spiritually and changing our subconscious mind, And what I really want to reiterate is, if you're really growing spiritually, or just as a human being, you don't have to be a healer and do the psychic work and all of that. You can just be a college student, a housewife, a fireman. It doesn't matter. An engineer, a bartender, whatever you do. In order to have that healthier, happier life and attract those things that you want, you have to heal the trauma. And take it from Mama Faye when I say, don't wait as long as I did to discover that healing trauma is the key. It's the key to get that subconscious mind to work and replant the seeds that need to grow inside of you now. We are taught, to be poor. We are taught to struggle. We are, people like me who've had hard lives, it's just been embedded in me to survive and struggle, I didn't have parents. I grew up in foster care system. Nobody wanted me. Nobody gave a fuck about me, right? And bad things were happening to me. And I had to survive at a very young age. So I've been in trauma mode most of my life. And I did not realize that. You don't know how many healers I've gone to. I've done that childhood trauma, not childhood trauma work, but healing the childhood wounds, soul retrievals, all these things I've done. And I didn't realize I wasn't really getting to the core of the trauma that from a young age that it's intense, and you have to heal that in order to get to where you are able to use manifestation, use your healing abilities, and know what they are without a doubt, and have confidence about it. One thing we have to also reprogram, especially women in my generation, is it's okay to be confident. We've always been told to be quiet. This younger generation uses their voice more, but my generation, if you speak loudly, you're a nuisance. You're a crazy lady. If you defend yourself, you're definitely fucking nuts. A man can abuse you, but if you fight back, oh, you're crazy. And I say, fuck that. If you don't like what my reaction is, don't abuse me. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. But we have to not be afraid to be who we are. And I'm learning that too at this age, that I'm just going to be me. And if you like it, hang out with me. If you don't, it's okay. It's okay. And it's important for everyone to find their tribe. It's important for everyone to know their place in the world and what they're doing. But I have learned that the only way to truly do that is to heal that trauma, to take those seeds that were planted in you as a child and remove them and replant your seeds and be yourself and not be afraid of it. It's scary though. I won't lie to you. This has been the most intense journey this past few months, where I've started reprogramming the brain, studying cellular change and all that. And to some people, this is like, what are you talking about? I just want a tarot reading, right? But I know there are a lot of people out there wondering, why am I still unhappy? Why am I stuck in these patterns? And why am I drinking too much? I haven't had a drink in 5 years, and it's mind-blowing. I was always told by healers that I really respected that alcohol was a poison and healers should not drink because it attracts the demons. And I will tell you from my own experience, it does. Totally. So when I see healers drinking, I'm like, I don't think I'd be healed by you because you haven't worked through that yet. And I'm not judging people who drink. I'm just saying, for me, it attracts demons. And I know for a fact, if you're a healer, you're sensitive to energies. So if you let your guard down, they will come in. And when I say demons, I mean like negative energies, negative thoughts, reptilian energy, whatever you want to call it. It does show up in alcohol. I've seen it. I've done it. People have seen it in me. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say. So this week, I think it's about understanding that it gets scary when you make this change, when you start really accepting your authentic self and becoming the new self and leaving the old self behind. You're going to find these patterns coming up of self-sabotage, of what I'm finding is I'm really deciding who's going to be in my life at this point, because I'm finding myself like I'm really bored on Facebook. I don't feel like, there's enough stimulation. There's not enough people making change. And I need to find the people making change, the people who want to be a part of a community, the people who want to build community so we can help each other through this world. This ain't an easy place to be. And if you're still surviving and you've been through hell, you pat yourself on the back, brothers and sisters, because this place is difficult. It's a beautiful disaster, We have to, especially if you're a healer, especially if you have any kind of sensitivity to the earth and the people and energies, you have to so learn how to navigate your way through this place. And it ain't easy. Especially when you're a loner like me. I mean, I've done everything pretty much alone, and it's intense, Okay. We're going to draw some oracle cards. I'm not a tarot reader. I've done tarot, but man, there's so many good tarot readers out there. But I draw oracle cards I like to see what energies we can work with, who we can call upon. And we just drew him this a few days ago, and you're going to find in my videos we draw a lot of the same cards because the energy is really what is happening at this moment, and this is what we need to keep working on until we master it. Higher learning. And higher learning is you have learned from past experience. Sorry, I'm getting a message from Spirit. Sorry about the silence. I was getting a download from Spirit. Aliana's saying that so many people right now are at the threshold of this awakening. And I'm not here to say, oh, I'm not all woo-woo, just so everyone knows. Look at the sun. It's so pretty on me. But I do know energy. And we are at this pivotal point in life where we really got to start loving ourselves so we know what it is to love others genuinely. You know what I mean? The other day, some guy wrote to me on Instagram and said he won the lotto and he is giving away $30,000 to people and all this. And I'm like, come on, dude, And I wrote him back and I said, if you are doing this, that's wonderful. I mean, what a blessing. But if you're not and you're a scammer, shame on you. So many people are hurting. Why would you want to inflict pain on people? By the way, I never got the $30,000. Because when I wrote to him, and he goes, well, that's what I am doing. I'm like, are you though? Because if you are, I'll take the money. And I'll open a healing center for people who are hurting. Right? I can just get a little office space somewhere and start. And I never heard back from him. Sometimes you got to call the scammers on the scam, right? Because if you truly, your intention was to help, I mean, I don't want the money for myself. Let's open a healing center. They can give me the down payment for an office, It's plain, but never heard from him. So, full of shit, And you have to be so aware of these scammers in life and scammers in your personal life. I had one of my greatest teachers, Darius, he taught me, Faye, you got to look at people like, are they your friend, lover, or client? Because you can't just keep giving like you do. It's damaging. And it's a shame that we have to pull back on giving love. But I have to, because my love is so abundant that it is powerful. Like when I love someone, I give them my heart. And do you know how many times other people who claim to be healers, have taken that and just used me because they know that I have connection to spirit that they probably don't have, and I can access information for them? That's horrible. Shame on you, and you know who you are. And I will tell you this. You have to look at those people and realize, you know what? They aren't even on the same level as me. God help the people that come to them for healing. Because if they do that to me, God knows what they're doing to their clients. But that's the world we live in, right? It's like so competitive. And that's why I quit reading and I quit my show. So many reasons I quit the psychic world. Let's just keep it real. It is not a loving community as they want to say they are. They are not. They're very exclusive, especially, it's like you have to be a part of their little group. And if you're not welcome. And it's shameful. And here I am trying to build community saying, I don't care. I just want people who get the message that we're here to work for spirit. It has nothing to do with me. But I'm just the messenger, right? But we have to get together and start supporting each other. That's why I always say, if you're a tarot reader and you want to do a segment on my show and promote your business or just help people, whatever, give me a call. If you're an herbalist, I'm just waiting for somebody to come and teach medicine. Let's heal people for real. Not just walk around, I'm a healer. No, let's do the work, brothers and sisters. Let's do it. That's what Spirit is saying. It is time. Aliana's message is, so many of us are on this threshold. Are we going to do this like Spirit wants us to? Or are we just going to flap our mouths and look at what I can do? I mean, come on. If you get to know me and know how I read and stuff, I'm just blunt, honest, real. But I got a big heart, and what I say is sincere. I want to build community, and I don't want negative energy, and I can spot it from a mile away now. And now I no longer will question whether I am just judging someone because of my past, because I will know if someone's sincere, because I am at that level. I've done the work, and I that old Faye is gone. This is a place where I have worked so hard to be with Spirit, and this is the time. And I saw it coming. If you watched my shows 10, 15 years ago, I knew this day was coming when these star children would start becoming adults and really start activating this new paradigm, this new matrix, whatever you want to call it. And that's the sun on my face, by the way. See Spirit saying, yes, sing on, sister. But it's time. So join me. And that's what this is about. Use your higher self. Take the past and create. And sacred geometry is a part of this. Know every aspect of Spirit so you know how Spirit works. I don't know a lot about sacred geometry. I know some, and I know how powerful it is. And I know people, very famous, successful people, use sacred geometry to manifest things in their life. And I think that's fascinating. And I would love to know more, and that's probably going to be more of my studies. I've been doing this work since I was a little girl, but professionally I did it for about 30 years. And I will tell you this, I never stop learning, ever, because the more I learn, the more powerful I can be in my life. And then we have Saint Kamara. Now this is, he has Saint Kamara, which I think is kind of androgynous, honestly, is light activation, meaning this is just what I was talking about. It is our time to activate. Share your light. Activate the light in the world. Do you want to know why the world is so crazy? Why? I mean, mass shootings. And I predicted all of that. And I'm not trying to toot my horn, but it's just, I'm blown away that Spirit was so accurate in describing the future that I got to believe what they're saying now. Do you know what I mean? Because we're at a crucial time where if you are not on their level, it's just, you see the outcome. In America, we've had, 200 mass shootings in this year alone, and I think there's 100 I can't remember the days. My mind is somewhere else, but 130 days or something in the year. And it's crazy. That's crazy. But people are hurting. And if we don't work together, it just doesn't work. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work as hard. And that's why we have to activate light. That's why we have to use our knowledge. Call on the ancestors. I have a group of trees, a whole group of trees out here that are very tall and old, and I call them my ancestors because every day I look at them. I'm looking at them right now, and I feel protected. I live in a very sacred land. And we've had Serapis Bay Ascension, sorry. I don't know if have we had this? We had it once before, Spirit says. Move into your true self. That's where we are, you guys. Doug Blake, if you go back on my YouTube channel and watch my interview with Doug Blake. He's an expert on Egyptian. He has a tarot deck, and I'd like to have him back on, but man, it's just time. I don't even know how else to say it. It's time for us to activate our true self. It's time for us to connect, create community, and not give up. Do you know many times I want to give up? Just yesterday I was like, you know what? I don't think anyone's going to watch these videos or connect, Spirit, and I feel like I'm just talking to thin air. And Spirit goes, are you kidding me? It has to grow. You have to get more confident so it grows. And I do. I linger back into the past of how many times I was stabbed in the back doing this work. And I go, do I really want to put myself in that position? And I'm not going to. See, that's the difference between the old self and the new self. You might have heard this story before, but years ago I was in Austin, Texas, and I was talking to somebody. I guess some people would call them a wizard. for lack of better terms, but I was talking to them about my life, and they were just looking at me and go, Faye, I'm sorry, but I just don't understand how you allow abuse in your life, because that doesn't even happen to me. I don't even allow that in my life. And I looked at them and I said, that's what I want to be like. And that was years ago, and I'm finally at that point, and it took a lot of work and a lot of understanding what was going on with me. Why was I reacting certain ways? Why was I so bitter and angry? And then I look back and go, oh, fuck, this is why. A lot of shit happened to me. So it's healing that trauma and learning how to be trusting again, okay? But to do that, you have to be okay with eliminating people from your life, meaning walking away from people who aren't on your level, who don't want to do the work, who don't understand that you deserve to be treated with love, just like everyone else. And if they're going to talk about you, try to sabotage your work, be unfaithful to you if they're your lover, or even, a business partner, whatever, walk away, honey. Walk away, because we are at a time where if we are not activating our light, I'm going to pull these cards again, activating our light, trusting our ancestors, activating our light, walking into the true self, you're going to be stuck for a very long time. And I don't know what spirit means by that. I don't. But I do know that they're really here. Like they are, like reach your hand out like this, boom, there they are. And I don't care if you don't believe it, it's true. And some of you feel it. That's what's so great. Some of you are at this threshold where like, this is making sense. I am there, Faye. And I am there, Mama Faye. And I'm ready. And I'm so proud of you guys. I am so proud of the spirit warriors who have been abused, used, thrown out like trash, and they have come back and shown their light. Oh, you are the most powerful healers, the most powerful human beings, because you have figured out how to navigate through this life. You are just at a point right now where you are so afraid to accept that power because it's so overwhelming and beautiful, and you've never had that in your life before. But Spirit is here saying, take it. Take it so you can have that life, so that you can do what you are meant to do, which is love. And out of love comes your career, comes your passion, comes your success. And I know there are a lot of evil people who are successful, but you don't want to take that what they did to get there. Because that when their souls finally go out, they have to pay the price for the evil that they have done in this world. You don't want to be that way. And I had, as I'm saying this, you guys, I love Spirit, a huge crane is flying over. Look it up. It's powerful. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting emotional. Pay attention. I always, people always say, Faye, you notice every bit of nature. Yes, I do. Because Spirit is constantly sending me signs. Eagles, hawks, birds. I'm a feather healer. So birds and feathers are my thing, If you look in my cabinet back there. Okay. So cranes, yeah. So, yeah, we're here. It's time. And I'm so proud of you if you've done it. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Don't be afraid. Connectivity. We've had this card too. Jeweled web. It's time, brothers and sisters, to connect. Create the web. Create your sparkly jeweled web. Don't you love it? I mean, think of the spider, right? When you look at the spider, how amazing it really is. I mean, phenomenal, right? How they just build that web until it's to their satisfaction, how they see it, right? Where it needs to be and all of that. And if you look at the spider web and dewdrops, it is like jewels on it, when the sun hits it just right. And they want you to build your web, create it. What are your safety net? What does this look like? It's time to create. Beautiful time. Adaptability. So yes, learning to adapt to the new self, adapting to your new self can be very hard. I won't lie to you guys. It's not easy, right? It's actually a very difficult. I realized my hands are dirty. I was doing art, but it's a difficult procedure to get to the point where you're like, wow, this is my new self, because you want to go back to the old self. The old self was what you're used to, but the new self is like, nah. And the more you learn to navigate out of the old self into the new self, the easier it becomes. It's just a practice. I catch myself doing it. This yesterday. And then Spirit said, nah. Remember the old Faye? She was miserable. Oh, yeah. Do not go back. One more card, Spirit says. I mean, come on. We've drawn this card before. We're at this time. Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. You can't see it because of the camera. Again, my technology is not great, but there we go. That's it. It's my message for you today. If you feel yourself at that threshold and you want to make the leap, just make the fucking leap. But you got to remember, you got to heal that trauma. Get in there and heal that trauma and do it however you can. I do it many ways. I do it a lot through meditation, a lot through listening to motivational speakers who heal trauma, having a life coach, yoga, connecting every day to Spirit. This is how I do it. Find your niche. Some people do it differently. Whatever works for you is what you gotta do. Like today, I'm going to go get a massage, right? I need some body care. I know it. My Spirit's telling me that too. And and listen to your body, listen to your spirit. It will tell you what you need to do. Get out of that fucking head. That's where all the bad neighborhood is. You don't want that. You don't want to walk in the bad neighborhood and get carjacked and mugged and all that. You want to freaking go into the beautiful neighborhood where everything is wonderful. And you got this. Let's learn to navigate this crazy world together and love each other. Be kind to everyone. I know it's not easy. You know, a lot of road rage, right? And I never understood that. Just cut in front of me. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth me getting angry about. I used to. But what good is that? Makes no sense. Cut in front of me, go 90 miles an hour, just stay away from me if you are, and do what you got to do. Don't flip people off. Don't get angry, because you don't know who that person is. That's the world we live in. We have to navigate through this. And then I'm saying be open and loving to everyone, but you have to. Leave early if you're afraid of being, getting in a road rage. If it pisses you off that you're in a hurry and people are slow, leave early. Be smart. You know what I mean? I do. I leave early because I always know that, especially in Seattle, you could hit traffic at any minute and be delayed or whatever. And I don't know what it is. A lot of people say it's a past life thing. Like I was late to something and it just tragedy happened. And so I'm always early in this life. But I always leave early and give myself time to avoid road rage, to avoid any stress. Learn how to eliminate stress. I have a job now, no stress, none. Look at the card. So funny. I was playing with the cards and I drew this one again. Melchizedek. I can't say it. Melchizedek. Melchizedek. I can't say it. If you know how to say that, please tell me. I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. on that. Higher learning. So yeah, we just talked about all of it. I don't need to repeat it. I just thought it was funny. The card came up. That's all Mama Faye has today, and I'm going to go out and enjoy my day. I've got to go to work, and then I will be hopefully at the river enjoying this sunshine. Wherever you are in the world, whenever you're listening to this, that is when you are meant to hear this message. Get ready to cross that threshold because it is happening any day now, and I want you to be able to walk through it and hold your head high and be proud. And I love you all. If you want a reading with me, readingswithfaye@gmail. I do have some workshops coming up. I might cancel one of them, but if you're interested in my workshops, just email me and I'll send you a list of them. But thanks for listening, and thanks for watching The Tattooed Psychic. Love you all. Remember, cross that threshold. Let's do this together. Love you.